What's up, guys? This is Kanan, and today we're doing something a little different. Today we're going to be doing some Pokemon Go PvP. Running the team of Zweilous, Chestnut, and Diggersby. So let's jump into it here. We got our first lead, Zweilous, into Berserker, and immediately switched that to the Diggersby for a more positive matchup. I'm not super sure what moves he has, so I just decide, Diggersby's tanky. We'll let it go through, and it doesn't do a ton with that. But he immediately switches into the Azumarill, which, it's a really good matchup against the Diggersby here. So we throw the Earthquake here. If he doesn't shield, it's going to do a ton of damage. Yeah, really good damage. Let's see, charging up here. He's going to go... want to see a move here, so I go ahead and shield just because I want to see what he's got. Ice Beam, okay. So I think we're going to go ahead and just bait here. That way, hopefully we can burn a shield, and we may still have a chance to get back around to an Earthquake. So let's see. So the Fire Punch, shields it perfect. So we're going to go ahead and keep charging up here to this Earthquake, and here he either has to burn a second shield or he's going to take a ton of damage. May even KO, we'll see. Yeah, it doesn't quite KO. We're not going to shield. We're just going to let this go through. Then we're going to get in the Chestnut and get a little bit of energy farming there, and we'll see what he brings in. Brings back the Berserker. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to just take this. It's not going to do hardly any damage at all. And we're going to charge up to 2 superpowers. The reason you want to make sure you get to 2 before you throw them is because it's going to drop your stats. And this way, you can, throw 2 in a row, not have to worry about taking a ton of damage with your defense dropped, and then just turn around and throw again for a KO. You'll see us do this several times during this, I'm sure. We're going to play all 5 of my daily matches here. So with the stats lowered, we just immediately switch back into the Zweilous. Dark Pulse is going to do really good damage here, even though he is, it's neutral damage from that. Dragon Breath still chipping away even though it's weak. No reason for us to shield here, so we'll just take whatever he throws. Rock Slide, perfect. Not going to do much at all. We're going to take this one as well. It would have been nice to get to another Dark Pulse and just finish it off as Zweilous, but between the Diggersby and not the Diggersby, the superpower on the Chestnut and a shield, we're in pretty good shape here. So we even just beat him to the superpower, so we don't even have to worry about burning that last shield. And this will take game 1 for us. Yep, clean KO. Awesome. So that's a win in game 1. Let's go ahead, immediately start looking for game 2. Let's see. So much long animation here. All the animation in Pokemon Go is always so long. Wish there was a way to kind of trim that down. But we found our second opponent. We're playing way up this time, playing somebody ranked 9. We're only, I think, ranked 5 right now. I've played a little bit, but not a ton. So immediately a positive matchup. Zweilous does pretty well into anything that's not fairy type, honestly. So we're going to, be able to knock him down a little bit there with Dragon Breath. We're going to go ahead and shield. Just because, if we can conserve the switch advantage here, then that's awesome. If not, he's going to have to burn a shield here for us to not KO with this Body Slam. So okay, awesome. He shields. That's what we're hoping for. And immediately we were able to throw a second Body Slam. So again, he's got it's shield or die, basically. So he goes ahead and shields again. That's perfectly fine with us. We'd like to take the KO there, but with what we have in the back, we like to be shields down. So if Diggersby can just go straight for Earthquakes and Chestnut can just go straight for the various things it wants to do, that's really good. So we're just going to farm this down real quick. Not any reason for us to throw a charge move there. We'll just conserve some energy. And he's going to bring in... Didn't even see what it was. The Surfetched. Yep, Energy Ball. Almost gets the KO. We can just farm it down from there. That's really, really good. And that puts us in a position to where we can just, superpower this Ferrothorn to death here. Superpower is going to do a huge chunk. Doesn't quite KO, but we switch into the Diggersby. He's going to get an attack off. Pretty confident this is not going to KO. Power Whip. Yep. Diggersby's too bulky. And we get to the Fire Punch, which will definitely KO at this point. And it's going to be a super clean game too. Awesome. Yeah, anytime we can get Diggersby and Chestnut into a shields down situation, they both just do so much damage that really they can take on just about everything. So we'll go ahead and jump into game 3 here. See if we can find us a third opponent. Playing up again to a rank 8. We did hit rank 10 last season. We usually have averaged out at finishing around rank 9, but it'll be nice to see if we can get a little higher this time. So not a great matchup to lead off here because he has fighting moves. I'm going to try to preserve the switch advantage if I can, because Dragon Breath is also doing decent chunk here. We're going to try to charge up to 2 Body Slams. Just that way we can try to get as much damage off as we can. So we're going to have to shield again first. I really want to keep the switch advantage here, and I don't have anything that's just considerably better against it in the back. Chestnut definitely is going to beat it, but Chestnut's going to take a little more damage than I want him to. So we're just going to stay in here. Back-to-back Body Slams. We pick the KO up. Now he's going to bring in, excuse me, the Registeel. So he's going to, if he either has shield here or he's going to take good chunk of damage from this Dark Pulse. Yep, so he doesn't shield, takes almost half damage, and we're going to switch into the Diggersby. He's probably going to Focus Blast here, and we're not going to like that. I think Diggersby is probably still tanky enough to survive. Yep, Diggersby too strong. He's going to switch into Stunfisk here. So, he has to shield this Earthquake or he's KO'd. That's all there is to it. So, let's see. Yep, shields. Can we get to a second one? It's going to be really close. I think this might KO. Let's see. Mud Bomb doesn't quite KO, but I don't think we're going to be able to get another Earthquake off at this point. Nope. Man. But we do make him use his energy, so that's good. The Chestnut is actually going to be really, really good for this end game. So Chestnut is able to hit both of these super effective. We're able to get a Body Slam off here, which is going to do huge damage to the Stunfisk, but really we're just trying to get that last shield, which we do. Perfect. So now we can bring in the Chestnut. The Chestnut's not going to take hardly any damage at all from this Stunfisk. Let's see. It's probably going to be Mud Bomb, which is resisted. That's what's nice about Chestnut. His typing, he's got a really good defensive typing and a really good offensive typing for that matter. Fighting and Grass cover each other fairly well, honestly. Psychic and Fairy are a problem, and it doesn't love fire types. But other than that, and flying really, really, really is bad. But we're going to charge up to 2 superpowers here. The first one will KO this Registeel. But yeah, overall, for the things that you want it to beat, Chestnut does the job really, really well for Pokemon Go. So we're going to get the second superpower off here, KO the Stunfisk, and that will be a clean game right there. Beautiful. Super beautiful. Awesome. So we're off to a really, really hot start here. That's 3 in a row. Let's see if we can make it all the way through here. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into another one. No reason to switch our teams up, really, just because For the meta in general, this team's pretty good. If you catch an Azumarill lead, then you're in bad shape. But really, just about anything else isn't terrible. Umbreon, this is a winning matchup for Zolois, especially if the Umbreon doesn't have Last Resort. Last Resort can be an issue, but honestly, we should be able to just clean that up. Perfect. If he doesn't go for Last Resort, Dark Pulse does hardly anything at all here. So let's see what he goes for. Foul Play, perfect. Doesn't do hardly anything at all. It's making me think this Umbreon doesn't have Last Resort, which if it doesn't have Last Resort, I don't know why you're bringing it. But so that's what we want, that switch. Then we can just switch into Chestnut here, and this is a winning matchup for Chestnut with even shields. So we'll go ahead and shield here. We're going to charge up as much energy as I'm comfortable with charging up here. We're going to count the bubbles. And when I'm comfortable here with, we're going to go ahead and throw the second one. Right in front of his Ice Beam. We were counting Ice Beams bubbles if you were wondering why we waited. So he shields like we expected. Now we can go ahead and shield this Ice Beam again. And then we're going to go ahead and try and charge up. Ideally where we can throw a energy ball to get that last shield, and then that should be low enough to KO with the superpower. So ideally we throw this, and then we immediately throw the superpower. He shields, okay, that's what we expected. His defense falls, so, which I don't know if that affects this or not. I think it's a KO either way, but we get the superpower off, and that's KO. Cool. So now we can immediately look at swapping the Chestnut out, because we don't want it against Rapidash. 2, we lowered our stats, so we don't want to leave it any longer than we have to. He switches back to the Umbreon to eat this Dark Pulse, but that's still enough damage. Now we can just farm it down with Dragon Breath. And not really sure why he brought the Rapidash here, but it is, Rapidash isn't very good, so we'll just cleanly seal this one up now. Someday. There we go. So we'll just throw the Dark Pulse, and this will KO the Rapidash. So that's 4 in a row. We're off to a really good start there. I do enjoy some Pokemon Go PvP. It's one of the only reasons that keeps me playing it. My wife's big time into it, and our friends are big time into it, and I used to be, but man, there's just not enough outside of the PvP to keep me playing super hardcore. So I'm glad that I still got something to keep me in it with them. So playing another rank 8 here, and we get what I would consider probably favorable lead. I don't foresee any way that a Gloom takes down my Dragon, but we'll see. So Dragon Breath is doing a ton of damage. Razor Leafs isn't doing much back. He switches into the Blastoise. That's what we want. We switch into the Chestnut. All going according to plan. So we should be able to farm up a huge amount of energy. We go ahead and throw the energy ball just because we're getting close to max. Shields, not unexpected. We're going to go ahead and shield this because it's probably Ice Beam. Definitely Ice Beam. Awesome. So again, we're just going to farm up a ton of energy here. I may go ahead and just farm all the way down. I think that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and shield this. But we could have definitely thrown and take the knockout, but I would rather just farm up energy and be able to throw into whatever's coming in here, which is going to be the Marowak. So it doesn't really matter. I guess we could have went ahead and thrown and got the other shield off of him, but he goes ahead and shields anyway. So perfect. So now we can superpower. It's not going to do much damage, but chip is chip. And then we can bring in the Diggersby once he kills us here. He's probably going to do. We might as well show him what our last one is and bring in the Diggersby. There we go. Let's see, he's going to go ahead and switch back into the Gloom. So, I don't know if Fire Punch will KO or not here. I don't know how bulky Gloom is. So we're going to try it and see. It doesn't KO, so we're just going to bring back in the Dragon. He will cleanly clear that up. And then a Dark Pulse will cleanly knock out the Marowak here. And that will give us a 5-0. That feels pretty good, not going to lie. Guys, if you like this kind of content, make sure you comment. Make sure you like the video. Let me know. I intend to do some more content like this. So, guys, make sure you like the channel. Make sure you subscribe. And until next time, take it easy.